That is so dorky. Oh shoot. Of course I would do that. Hold on. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. These are the makeup hacks that are gonna change the way you do your makeup. I've tried so many freaking makeup hacks. I've tried them all. The crazy ones, the fun ones, the ones that actually work are gonna be in this video. So you don't have to waste your time. Keep watching if you wanna see how to get this with makeup hacks that actually make doing your makeup so much easier. Don't forget to like, share, and comment the hack that you're gonna actually be using. Let's get into it. Before I start, I need to drink my coffee, and I just got these from Costco. They're from La Colombe. I don't know if you guys have tried them, but they're pretty good and they're not sweet. They're not super sweet. I wish they were, not gonna lie, but they do the job. So I'm a coffee girly. If you're a coffee girly, please let me know in the comments below because we're one. The hack we're gonna start off with that is a game changer is setting powder. I have no makeup on at all right now, and the first thing you have to start off with is setting powder. I would never in my dreams think of putting setting powder on before any creams, but this is such a smoothing, oil absorbing game changer. So I start off with my brows first, and I'll just put powder all over the brow. You'll notice when you apply your brow products or anything on this area, it's gonna grip to the skin a whole lot better. Just locking my brow hairs down. If you're looking for a brow gel that's drugstore, it actually works like lamination. This is really good. It's from L'Oreal, and I highly recommend. It leaves the hairs in place, and it's actually so good. Powder before mascara. I know it looks a little crazy, but the mascara you apply on top is going to last so much longer. Look at the length that is happening because of the powder. It continues to grip to the powder and just pull the lashes so far out. Whoa. So having that powder down on the eye really helps to have a really nice, kind of like an eye base, but it's in powder form. It just gives you an even space for any color to apply evenly on the eye. Do you guys put on eyeshadow? I need to know that. Are we all on the same wavelength, or are you guys doing eyeshadow looks? I need to know. But I really just like a bronze, simple eye, but it grips to the skin really well and lasts a little longer because of that setting powder we put on before. Okay, this isn't a hack, but SPF before makeup always. I'm using this sunscreen right here. It's just something everybody should do, I feel like, to protect their skin from sun damage and age spots. Nobody wants age spots on the skin, so I'm gonna lock this down and then I'll show you my next hack. Okay, this next hack is actually, this one is so good. If you're 30 plus, you're gonna freaking love this. This is the e.l.f. setting spray. I feel like I've been talking about this for a while now. It's just that girl. It really locks in the makeup, but it also helps prevent creasing right around the under eyes. So I've been putting this on before I put any cream on, like cream makeup, and it doesn't go into those lines as bad. And when I don't do this, I definitely see the difference. I'm also gonna put it like right in this area because I'm getting some fine lines around my forehead. And anywhere you have fine lines, really, just put it in that area. Oh my God, that's a hair. You'll see by the end of this video how there's hardly any fine lines under the eyes because of this setting spray hack. You can put this all over your face, but I really like it concentrated in that area. If you want your makeup to last longer, you just spray it on before and you're good. Okay, this next hack is pretty viral. It's the underpainting hack. What no one tells you about this hack is that it works only with minimal makeup. If you're putting on heavy makeup or heavy foundation over this, you're not gonna be able to see it. So I'm gonna do a minimal makeup with the underpainting hack so that it works. I feel like nobody talks about that, but it's a real thing. Underpainting is not gonna work unless you're going heavy with your underpaint. So underpainting is applying your cream bronzer and blush or contour underneath your complexion, like foundation, concealer, things like that. And it's supposed to help everything look a little bit more seamless and natural, but that's just not the case with heavy makeup. It's going to disappear. So I'm gonna show you how to use it in a way where it's actually gonna show up and help you with your makeup. Because I think it looks really beautiful if you're doing it this way. If you're going too heavy or just completely making it disappear, then it's just like you're putting on extra makeup for no reason. And I don't want you to do that. So I'm blending this out really good. And then I'm gonna go in with, I like to put it through my eyes because it acts as eyeshadow. So now that we locked down the underpainting, before I get into the blush, this is another hack that actually works. Blush placement for your face shape. Learn your face shape. I can go either heart-shaped, oval, sometimes even round if I'm feeling a little heavier towards here. But I like to just go with the face shape that I have and enhance that. I'm using Cherry Pie from Lawless. This is such a pretty color for the summer. But I'm gonna drag everything out so I can lift my face up a little bit. I feel like I need more here. Higher up is going to give you more of a lift and a little on the nose. I love a sun-kissed look all throughout the year, honestly, so I just put a little on my nose, and that's just gonna help lift the tip a little bit. But blush placement for your face shape is super helpful. I have some face charts right here. Pick which one is your face shape, follow that chart. It's a game changer. Another huge tip is to blend in place if you actually want that shape to happen on your face. Do not drag it around because you're just gonna buff it out so it's too soft and airy. If you want shape, you always blend in place. Just remember that. You usually buff it out when it's foundation or if it's going over a large area of your face. But if you want a specific look, always remember just to tap your brush in place just like this to create that shape. Okay, so this is actually underpainting. The only thing I would do is I would add a little bit more of a contour on my nose. So this is Endless Cacao from Makeup Forever, and it just gives you a nice natural shadow. And that's really only the area I like to add a little bit more balance and symmetry to. This is underpainting. This is a hack that will help you with your dark circles. Use a warm orange or red tone under your eyes. Red and orange, also peach, will look the best. Anything warm. If you go too cool, it's almost as if you're putting on a brightener or a concealer. It's not going to correct the color. I'm gonna blend that with my finger. This also helps you use less concealer, which is amazing. So after you color correct, hold on, don't put your concealer on, because if you have creasing under your eyes or around your mouth or anywhere you have lines, fine lines, take a glow, either liquid or a stick. It does give you a little bit of coverage. So I'm just gonna take that on my finger. This is so beautiful. Everybody needs this stick. It's so gorgeous, especially for the summer. It's a little heavy, so I'm just gonna take some on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna pop it on right over the color corrector on both sides. It won't look as deep, it won't look as dark. So if you have darkness around the mouth, we tend to all have a little bit of darkness right in this area. So right on the corners of the mouth, anywhere you have a darker, deep set line. Also, I learned this from Bretman Rock like 5,000 years ago, but on YouTube, but he puts it on his ear, and I feel like that's such a pretty little glow if you're showing your ears this summer. I mean, it sounds a little silly and so detailed, but it's the details that make a difference. So a little bit on your ear. Okay, so now going back to how to work with underpainting. So what you want to do is use minimal product. I'm still going to use foundation and concealer, but I'm not using a heavy one. You could if you wanted, but you just want to use less. So even with this foundation, it has coverage, very lightweight. It's very skin-like. It's very glowy and dewy. It's Luminous Silk from Armani. I'm just going to take a little bit on my hand and on my finger and just apply it where I would need coverage, like right under the cheek. This is shade 5.15 in case you're my shade, and on the chin. I'm not gonna put it under the eyes. Save this area only for concealer, or else it's gonna look cakey, creasy. Just don't do it. You can do it if it works for you, but if you're following this tutorial or my tips, please don't do it. You see how much coverage you're still getting? And actually it's a little bit lighter on this side. But if you go a little heavy, you wanna take your beauty sponge and just press it to take off some of that coverage, because you don't wanna go too heavy with it. Also, this is a beauty sponge from my brand Dominique. It is so cool. The precision on this is beautiful. It gets really nice and fluffy, but I like to use it dry so it's a little bit smaller. But yeah, very precise. You can get right under the cheek. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys this, so I wanted to show you while I blend. So you can still even out your skin tone. You're just using less layers. So that is the bottom half of my face. I need to do around the mouth. Also around the mouth, oh my gosh, color correcting around the mouth if you have dark areas right here. Orange or peach, that red shade, depending on your skin tone. If you're a little bit deeper, you do red. Use that all over your face where you have dark spots. It really helps. And the whole purpose is so that you don't use a whole bunch of concealer on top. Then it can get cakey, because remember, everything has coverage. No matter if it's light or heavy, it's all coverage. Even if it's a bronzer, if it's a blush, a highlighter, it all has some type of coverage. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to go too heavy on your makeup. Work in light layers. I'm gonna take this this is the closest I'm gonna take it under my eye. But you don't wanna cover up the blush and the bronzer that you did earlier. So just be careful that you don't put too much of that foundation. I'm gonna take the rest and blend it with my sponge. You don't need to take your foundation all the way up to the top of your forehead. Unless you need to blend this out a little bit more, that's okay, but don't add too much, because then it covers up that underpainting. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Concealer. This is such a good concealer, it's blurring. I think this is a little light for me, to be honest, but it definitely does the job. So I'm gonna take the concealer down here. Again, I always put it lower. If you watch my other videos, I always talk about this. So far, I have like 4 or 5 videos that I just started this year. But I talk about this because I like to put concealer lower. That way it doesn't get into the fine lines and it doesn't look overdone or cakey. It's gonna look seamless if you put it lower. Don't worry, we're gonna blend it out upwards with our finger gradually. So I'm just gonna take that with my finger, and this is gonna give us, the concealer is supposed to give you the most coverage. Like, you can cover your under eye circles, because I definitely need to cover that area. And a lot of people forget to apply concealer right in this inner corner. It's kind of hard to get to sometimes, but if you have dark circles and you miss this area, you're gonna be able to see it even more. So make sure that you don't miss this little spot right here. It's gonna open your eyes up so much. And I'm using my finger because this is gonna give me the most natural, full coverage kind of feel. It just helps everything really melt into your skin. And I really want you guys to know how to use this underpainting method, and I want it to work for you. So I think your hands are your best makeup tools. I haven't applied more bronzer or blush here. This is the underpainting. It's still showing through, but it looks very natural. I really love how this looks, but if you want to use the Mary Phillips underpainting technique, which I don't know if I think this has been going on before Mary Phillips, but she popularized it, and it looks incredible, but you need to use light layers. Okay, this is another powder hack. I just want to show you how to best utilize this hack. Use a dome-shaped brush first. Lightly go in there. I have black on, I'm probably gonna get this everywhere. Tap the excess on the back of your hand. Look how crazy, way too much. But work it around the brush so it's even. That way when you go in, look up, go in to the under eyes to set everything in place. You can see that we already have a really nice, even, smooth, bright under eye because of the highlight that we put on and the color correction and the setting spray before any of the creams. It's gonna look so much better if you just use this little routine hacks. You're gonna love your under eye if you've been having trouble with creasing or caking under the eye, like me. That is my biggest pet peeve right now on myself, and I'm finding this is what's been working for me, so I hope it works for you guys. Okay, so you wanna use the brush before you go in with a powder puff. So I'm gonna take a little bit on the powder puff and pop it on the hand. I saw this hack, who did I see this hack from? I think it was, I don't remember, oh my gosh. It was about 2 or 3 years ago. But then you wanna go in because then it creates this smooth look under the eye. It's brightening that area and it just looks so good. It looks like a filter and it locks in like that all day. Anything that you're gonna put powder on top of is gonna lock in, but make sure your powder is hydrating. This one is from Dominique and it is hydrating. It's infused with skincare benefits. So you're not gonna look just powdery. It's gonna look really nice and hydrated too. Those are my tips for the face. The last tip I have for you guys is using lip liner stain. These are very popular right now, and for good reason, because they actually last all day. But the main thing with this is that you have to blend it as you go. Otherwise it's gonna stay like a big mark. And imagine if you don't do a straight line, it's gonna look crooked all day. So be careful when you're using this, but it really does work. This is the shade Iconic Darling from CoverGirl. Their lip stains are probably the ones that come out the most even with the most pigment. I've tried Summer Fridays, I've tried Huda Beauty. I know NYX has one, I haven't tried theirs yet, but I'm really curious. Let me know if you guys wanna see like a lip liner stain video, like what is actually, which ones are the best, and I'll test them out for you guys and let you know. I freaking love a lip liner stain. And I like when they look very natural like this, but then I put my little lines in there to give more of a definition and pout to the lip. Okay, and then all you need is whatever gloss you're gonna put on top. I'm gonna use this one from Prada. This is, oh, it smells so good. I don't know, it says Prada Reflection P255. I don't know, I will have the exact color down below. But it's just like a really pretty natural looking pink. And then after we're done with everything, just set your face again. I've talked about e.l.f. setting spray so much, I'm like, I should be sponsored by now, but it's actually so good. Not sponsored at all, but I've been talking about them so much because it actually works. And then I'm gonna go over with the Beekman. This is very, very glowy. I'm so obsessed with this. And just put it around the outer part of the face to really enhance that glow, but not on the center because then it could look a little greasy. So we wanna avoid that, balance out the textures on the face. And I'm gonna let that dry down. Okay, this is the final look with all the hacks on my face that actually work. Underpainting, no creasing, makeup hacks you can actually use on an everyday basis that actually simplify your makeup routine. My dream. You guys are gonna love these hacks. Let me know which one is your favorite or which one you think you're gonna try, because I know you're not gonna try them all. I mean, I would. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I love giving you all the hacks, and I hope you found some that you actually wanna use. Comment below which one you will be using. I will be reading the comments after I upload this, so meet me in the comments. Before I leave you guys, I give you a motivational message to think about during the week. Is keep going. Even if you feel like things aren't going in the like everything keeps failing, you continue so that you can get better. You don't stop if it's your passion. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.